Have you ever felt a sudden, inexplicable dread crawl up your spine, or battled an unshakable urge to lash out at a loved one over a trivial matter? Perhaps you wake up paralyzed by nightmares so vivid they feel real, or find yourself inexplicably drawn to darkness, secrecy, and negativity. These could be signs you're under spiritual attack. So, how do you know if the shadows are closing in? It's crucial that you recognize this early on, so let's delve deeper and explore the 7 unmistakable signs that you might be under demonic attack. Darkness and despair. The first sign, often the most insidious and overlooked, is a pervasive sense of darkness and despair. This is not just a fleeting feeling of sadness or the weight of a bad day. It is a deep, unshakable gloom that seems to settle into your very bones, whispering that all hope is lost. This darkness is not of this world. It is a shadow cast by malevolent entities seeking to erode your spirit. The ancient Greeks spoke of the concept of kakodaimon, or bad spirits. These malevolent entities were believed to bring misfortune, sadness, and various forms of suffering to those they targeted. The term kakodaimon is derived from kakos, meaning bad or evil, and daimon, which refers to a spirit or divine power. Unlike the more benevolent eudaimon, or good spirit, kakodaimons were thought to embody the darker aspects of human experience and the universe. When you start to feel this inexplicable darkness, it can be disorienting. You might wake up with a heavy heart, unable to pinpoint the source of your sorrow. It is as if a fog has descended upon you, obscuring your vision and clouding your thoughts. This fog is the first tactic of demonic entities, designed to isolate you and make you question your purpose. They thrive in the shadows, feeding off your confusion and despair. Consider the story of Job from the Bible. A righteous man, Job was beset by a series of calamities that seemed to come out of nowhere. His livestock died, his children perished, and he was afflicted with painful sores. Throughout his suffering, Job maintained his faith, but the darkness that surrounded him was palpable. His story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and a reminder that even in our darkest moments, we are not alone. Like Job, when you find yourself engulfed in shadows, it is crucial to hold on to the light within. This darkness often manifests as a loss of joy in activities that once brought you happiness. You might find yourself disinterested in hobbies, withdrawing from social interactions, or feeling an overall sense of apathy. It is as if the color has drained from your world, leaving everything dull and lifeless. This is not merely a sign of depression. It is a deliberate attempt by dark forces to sever your connection to the things that nourish your soul. In times like these, it is important to remember the wisdom of the Tao Te Ching, which teaches that darkness within darkness, the gateway to all understanding. This ancient text suggests that within the deepest darkness there is potential for profound insight and transformation. When you face these dark times, it is an opportunity to delve deep within yourself, to uncover hidden strengths and truths that can guide you back to the light. One of the most challenging aspects of dealing with this pervasive darkness is the sense of isolation it brings. Demonic forces aim to make you feel alone, as if no one can understand or help you. They seek to sever your connections with others, knowing that support and community are powerful antidotes to their influence. You might find yourself withdrawing from friends and family, convinced that they cannot possibly comprehend what you are going through. This isolation is a lie, a trap set by those who wish to see you fall. In such moments, it is essential to reach out, to seek support and understanding from those who care about you. The simple act of sharing your feelings can be a powerful counter to the darkness. Physical symptoms and unexplained illnesses. This second sign is perhaps the most disconcerting, the emergence of physical symptoms and unexplained illnesses. Of course, when you experience discomfort or an illness, you should always seek medical attention first. However, older beliefs have hinted at something else that could be the cause in rare cases. You might wake up one morning feeling utterly drained, as if you have not slept at all. Your limbs feel heavy, your mind foggy, and an inexplicable weariness weighs down your spirit. You might find yourself plagued by persistent headaches, stomach issues, or other ailments that seem to have no clear medical cause. According to ancient beliefs, this is not mere fatigue. These symptoms are not random. They are carefully orchestrated assaults designed to deplete your energy and break your resolve, making you more vulnerable to further attacks. In Greek mythology, there is concept of miasma, a spiritual pollution that could manifest as physical illness. This idea is echoed in many cultures, highlighting the interplay between spiritual afflictions and physical health. The connection between the mind, body, and spirit is well recognized in the concept of qi in Chinese medicine or prana in Indian philosophy, which speaks to the vital life force that flows through all living beings. When this life force is disrupted, it manifests as physical illness. Demonic entities exploit this connection, targeting your physical health as a means to undermine your spiritual and mental well-being. Consider the story of Saint Anthony the Great, an early Christian monk who retreated to the desert to seek solitude and spiritual growth. He was beset by demonic visions and physical afflictions, enduring great suffering as he battled these forces. His perseverance and faith eventually led to his spiritual triumph, but his story underscores the reality of physical manifestations of spiritual warfare. The demons attacked his body in an attempt to weaken his spirit, a tactic that is still used today. When you experience these unexplained physical symptoms, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. The relentless fatigue, the pain, the constant sense of being unwell, it can all seem insurmountable, but recognizing these symptoms for what they are is the first step in reclaiming your power. They are not random occurrences, they are signs that you are under attack, and understanding this can help you to combat them more effectively. In times of physical distress, it is crucial to turn to practices that restore and protect your energy. The practice of Qigong, for instance, involves movements and breathing techniques designed to cultivate and balance Qi, promoting physical and spiritual health. Along with this, prayer often helps. By integrating such practices into your daily routine, you can build a shield of vitality that resists demonic intrusions. Persistent nightmares and sleep disturbances. Beyond the feelings of unexplained physical symptoms, there is another sign that you are under attack by demonic forces: persistent nightmares and sleep disturbances. As you lie in bed seeking the comfort of sleep, you are instead visited by unsettling dreams and an inexplicable sense of dread. Your sleep is a sanctuary, a place where your mind and body can rest and rejuvenate. Demonic forces, however, seek to invade this sanctuary, turning your nights into a battleground. These entities thrive in the darkness, using your most vulnerable state to instill fear and disrupt your peace. This attack is not just about depriving you of rest, it is a strategic move to weaken your spirit and leave you susceptible to further assaults. In many cultures, dreams are seen as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. The ancient Egyptians believed that dreams were messages from the gods, while the indigenous peoples of the Americas viewed them as a way to communicate with ancestors and spiritual guides. When demonic forces invade your dreams, they are attempting to sever this connection, filling your nights with terror and confusion. The nightmares you experience are often vivid and disturbing, leaving you shaken and fearful upon waking. These are not ordinary bad dreams. They are designed to instill a deep sense of dread and unease. You might find yourself dreaming of dark, foreboding places, being chased by unknown entities, or experiencing feelings of helplessness and despair. Consider the story of Jacob from the Bible. While fleeing from his brother Esau, Jacob had a dream of a ladder reaching to heaven, with angels ascending and descending upon it. This dream was a divine message, providing him with comfort and guidance. Conversely, demonic forces seek to pollute this sacred space, using nightmares to disrupt your spiritual journey. Just as Jacob's dream was a turning point in his life, your nightmares are an indication of the spiritual battle you are facing. Sleep disturbances extend beyond nightmares. You might experience difficulty falling asleep, waking frequently during the night, or feeling unrested despite a full night's sleep. These disruptions are deliberate, aimed at depriving you of the rest and rejuvenation necessary to maintain your spiritual and physical health. The teachings of Buddhism emphasize the importance of tranquility, which are undermined by disturbed sleep. When your rest is disrupted, it becomes challenging to maintain the clarity and focus needed to resist demonic attacks. It is essential to create a protective and calming environment for sleep. Begin by establishing a bedtime routine that promotes relaxation. This might include activities such as reading, taking a warm bath, or practicing gentle yoga. The use of essential oils such as lavender or chamomile can also help to create a calming atmosphere. Another effective method is the use of sacred objects or symbols in your sleeping area. Many cultures use protective talismans to guard against evil spirits. In Christianity, the crucifix is often placed near the bed as a symbol of divine protection. Similarly, Native American traditions utilize dream catchers to filter out negative dreams and allow only positive visions to pass through. It is also important to address any underlying anxieties or fears that might be contributing to your sleep disturbances. Intense emotional turmoil and irrational fear. Another sign that you are under attack by demonic forces is intense emotional turmoil and irrational fear. Emotions are currents in the ocean, normally steady and balanced. Demonic forces seek to turn these currents into a frenzy, stirring up waves of fear, anger, sadness, and despair. This emotional turmoil is not merely a passing mood, it is a deliberate attempt to destabilize your inner peace and cloud your judgment. These entities feed on chaos and discord, using your emotions as a gateway to manipulate and control you. Emotions are seen as powerful energies that can either uplift or destabilize the spirit. The teachings of Taoism emphasize the importance of emotional balance, with the concept of yin and yang representing the harmonious interplay of opposing forces. When demonic forces disrupt this balance, they tilt the scales towards negativity and discord. The Bhagavad Gita, an ancient Hindu scripture, speaks of the importance of mastering the mind and emotions, recognizing them as powerful forces that can either aid or hinder spiritual growth. When under demonic attack, you might find yourself overwhelmed by sudden and intense emotions that seem to arise out of nowhere. You might experience episodes of anger or rage, followed by waves of guilt or shame. Alternatively, you might feel consumed by sadness or despair, unable to find solace or comfort. These emotions can be so powerful and consuming that they interfere with your ability to function and maintain relationships. As demonic forces manipulate your emotions, you might also experience irrational fears and phobias that seem to have no logical basis. You might develop a fear of certain places or objects, or experience anxiety attacks without a clear trigger. These fears are not random. They are carefully crafted to exploit your vulnerabilities and weaken your spirit. The ancient Stoic philosophers taught about the importance of cultivating virtue and resilience in the face of adversity. By confronting and overcoming irrational fears, you strengthen your spirit and reclaim your inner peace. To combat this emotional turmoil and irrational fear, it is essential to cultivate self-awareness. By becoming aware of your emotional triggers and patterns, you can begin to untangle the web of manipulation that demonic forces have woven around you. Contemplation helps you to create space between your emotions and your reactions. This space allows you to respond to challenges with clarity and composure, rather than being swept away by intense feelings. Prayer also plays a crucial role in calming turbulent emotions. The act of prayer connects you to a higher power, inviting divine guidance and comfort into your life. The Quran speaks of finding solace in prayer during times of distress, emphasizing the importance of turning to Allah for strength and reassurance. By surrendering your fears and anxieties through prayer, you invite peace and serenity into your heart. Another effective method for managing emotional turmoil is seeking support from trusted friends. family members, or spiritual advisors. Talking openly about your feelings allows you to release pent-up emotions and gain perspective on your experiences. Unexplained setbacks or obstacles. Life unfolds before you like a winding path through a dense forest, but lately, every step seems to be met with unexpected resistance. This is a sign that you are under attack by demonic forces. Unexplained setbacks or obstacles. Imagine your life as a journey guided by unseen forces, where every challenge and triumph shapes your spiritual growth. Demonic forces seek to disrupt this journey, placing obstacles in your path that defy explanation and test your resilience. These setbacks are orchestrated attempts to derail your progress and shake your faith. Whether in your career, relationships, health, or spiritual practice, these obstacles manifest as hurdles that seem insurmountable. The concept of karma teaches about the law of cause and effect, where actions and intentions shape one's destiny. When demonic forces intervene, they manipulate this natural order, creating disruptions and delays that hinder your spiritual evolution. When faced with unexplained setbacks, it becomes crucial to maintain faith and perseverance in the face of adversity. When under demonic attack, you might experience a series of setbacks or obstacles that occur with unusual frequency or intensity. These challenges might manifest as sudden job losses, financial difficulties, unexpected health issues, or ruptures in relationships. Despite your best efforts and intentions, circumstances seem to conspire against you, leaving you feeling frustrated, powerless, and spiritually drained. You might also experience a sense of helplessness or despair. These emotions can undermine your confidence and erode your sense of purpose, leaving you feeling adrift and disconnected from your spiritual path. The ancient Greek philosopher Epictetus taught about the importance of resilience and inner strength in navigating life's challenges. By embracing adversity with courage and fortitude, you reclaim your power and resilience against malevolent forces. Consider the story of Joseph from the Bible. Joseph endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before eventually rising to a position of power and influence in Egypt. His journey was marked by unexplained setbacks and trials, yet he remained steadfast in his faith and integrity. Joseph's story illustrates how even in the face of adversity, divine providence can turn setbacks into opportunities for greater good. His unwavering faith and resilience serve as a testament to the transformative power of trust and perseverance. It is crucial to cultivate resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. Begin by reframing setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than insurmountable obstacles. Maintain a positive outlook and trust in your ability to overcome challenges with courage and determination. The teachings of Hinduism emphasize the concept of dharma, or righteous living, which involves aligning one's actions with moral principles. By embracing adversity with integrity and humility, you align yourself with higher spiritual truths and invite divine assistance into your life. Sudden and inexplicable changes in behavior. The winds of change blow through your life, altering your actions and reactions in ways that even you cannot fully understand. This is another sign that you are under attack by demonic forces, sudden and inexplicable changes in behavior. Behavior is a compass that guides your actions, always pointing you toward your true north. Demonic forces seek to magnetize this compass, pulling you off course and leading you into behaviors that feel alien and uncharacteristic. These changes are not just minor adjustments, they are big shifts that disrupt your sense of self and your relationships. These entities exploit your vulnerabilities, using behavioral changes to isolate you and erode your spiritual foundation. Consistent behavior rooted in virtue is seen as a reflection of one's inner state and spiritual health. The teachings of Confucianism emphasize the importance of cultivating virtues such as integrity, propriety, and righteousness, which guide one's actions and interactions. When demonic forces influence your behavior, they seek to undermine these virtues, leading you into actions that are contrary to your true nature. It is crucial to maintain self-control and rational behavior, which serve as anchors in turbulent times. When under demonic attack, you might find yourself acting in ways that are out of character and difficult to explain. You might experience sudden mood swings, engage in self-destructive behaviors, or find yourself drawn to negative influences and habits. These changes can be so profound that they strain your relationships and disrupt your daily life. The ancient teachings of Hinduism emphasize the concept of ahimsa, or non-violence, which includes non-violence toward oneself. When your behavior becomes harmful or self-destructive, it signals a disruption in your spiritual harmony. Consider the story of Saul from the Bible. Once a fierce persecutor of Christians, Saul experienced a sudden and profound transformation on the road to Damascus, becoming Paul, a devoted apostle of Christ. While Saul's transformation was a divine intervention leading to spiritual enlightenment, it serves as a reminder that sudden changes in behavior can also signal spiritual upheaval. The key difference lies in whether these changes lead you toward light and growth or darkness and confusion. As demonic forces manipulate your behavior, you might also experience feelings of guilt, shame, or confusion about your actions. These emotions can further entrench negative behavior patterns, creating a cycle of self-sabotage and despair. It is essential to cultivate self-awareness. Begin by observing your actions and reactions without judgment, acknowledging any changes that feel out of character. Introspection helps to create a space for reflection and insight, allowing you to identify patterns and triggers. The teachings of Taoism emphasize the importance of living in harmony with the Tao, or the natural order, which involves aligning one's actions with inner truth and wisdom. The Bible encourages believers to seek God's guidance in all things, trusting in His wisdom to lead them back to the right path. By surrendering your behavioral challenges to divine intervention, you open yourself to healing and transformation. It is also important to practice self-compassion and forgiveness. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when you recognize behaviors that are harmful or out of character. Engage in activities that promote self-care and well-being, such as spending time in nature, pursuing creative hobbies, or practicing relaxation techniques. The teachings of Jesus emphasize the importance of forgiveness and compassion, urging us to love our neighbors as ourselves. By extending this compassion inward, you cultivate resilience and strength in the face of behavioral challenges. Distorted perception of reality and spiritual confusion. When you are under attack by demonic forces, you will experience a distorted perception of reality and spiritual confusion. Reality is a clear and steady river, guiding you through life with clarity and purpose. Demonic forces will muddy these waters, creating illusions and distortions that cloud your judgment and lead you astray. This distortion is not just about confusion or doubt. It is a calculated attempt to undermine your faith and steer you away from the path of truth and enlightenment. These entities thrive in deception, using spiritual confusion as a weapon to weaken your resolve and hinder your spiritual growth. In many spiritual traditions, the pursuit of truth and spiritual clarity is seen as essential to one's journey of awakening. The teachings of Buddhism emphasize the importance of discernment and insight, guiding practitioners toward a deeper understanding of reality. When demonic forces distort your perception, they obscure this clarity, making it difficult to distinguish truth from falsehood. The Quran warns against falling prey to deception and falsehood, urging believers to seek knowledge and wisdom as a shield against spiritual confusion. When under demonic attack, you might find yourself questioning long-held beliefs or experiencing doubts about your spiritual path. You might encounter conflicting messages or teachings that leave you feeling bewildered and uncertain. This confusion is not accidental. It is a deliberate strategy to sow seeds of doubt and weaken your faith. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living," highlighting the importance of questioning and seeking understanding in the pursuit of truth. Consider the story of Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. Before attaining enlightenment, Siddhartha faced spiritual confusion and uncertainty. He explored various paths and teachings, seeking answers to the fundamental questions of existence. His journey ultimately led him to discover the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, principles that form the foundation of Buddhism. Siddhartha's story illustrates the transformative power of overcoming spiritual confusion and finding clarity in one's spiritual journey. As demonic forces manipulate your perception of reality, you might also experience encounters with paranormal phenomena or supernatural occurrences that defy explanation. You might witness unexplained shadows or hear eerie sounds, leaving you feeling unsettled and vulnerable. These experiences are not random, they are orchestrated attempts to blur the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms. To combat this distorted perception and spiritual confusion, it is essential to cultivate discernment and critical thinking. Question the sources of information and teachings that come into your life, seeking wisdom and guidance from trusted spiritual advisors or mentors. Engage in practices that promote clarity of mind and insight, such contemplation and study of sacred texts. Another effective method for combating spiritual confusion is cultivating a strong foundation of spiritual knowledge and practice. Study the teachings of your spiritual tradition or explore different paths that resonate with your heart and soul. By grounding yourself in these principles, you strengthen your spiritual resilience and guard against deceptive influences. It is also beneficial to engage in discussions and dialogue with others who share your spiritual journey. Exchange ideas, share experiences, and support one another in seeking truth and clarity. The concept of Sangha in Buddhism emphasizes the value of spiritual community and collective wisdom in overcoming spiritual obstacles. By participating in such communities, you draw strength and insight from shared experiences and perspectives. In conclusion, the signs of demonic attack are not to be feared, but to be understood and confronted with strength and grace. You are a chosen one, endowed with the power to overcome these challenges and to shine your light brightly in the world. Embrace your spiritual journey, trusting in the divine guidance that accompanies you every step of the way. Remember that you are never truly alone, and even in the darkest moments, the light within you can never be extinguished. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.